99.8% of the directions out there.
It's absolutely crazy outside. Like, you can't believe how many people down there. It's mad, like, so many people.
The agony and the ecstasy of following the biggest band in the world.
Cacophony of madness, mayhem, all the things that make pop music indispensable and absolutely fun.
All this craziness, thousands of screaming fans for one boy band. For the vast majority of these 3,500 fans, this will be the only look they get at One Direction. Through the glass walls of Channel 7's Martin Place studio. They've got no chance of getting to a concert, all sold out in a flash. But just who's getting the tickets? True fans or scalpers looking to make a quick buck?
Catastrophic. Like, literally, it was depressing to go onto Twitter for like the next 3 days because I just felt like having a group crying session with ice cream with everyone who missed out on them.
YouTube rants from Directioneers, as devoted fans call themselves, angry at missing out.
I lined up 4 hours and I didn't get any. Now I'm here thinking I need these tickets.
So basically the whole ticket drama was just a whole bunch of thrown up chow mein by a freaking cat.
Check out eBay and you'll find scalp tickets on sale for almost $1,500, others for $3,000, but the highest bids have gone past $12,000 before eBay finally took it down. No wonder they came out in force for this morning's One Direction breakfast appearance. The last time Australian groupies were sent into this type of hysteria was when Justin Bieber fever hit our shores. This time, Directioneers were camping outside for 24 hours. Some girls as young as 8.
And you know what I love how their veins together when they do their veins like that.
Did they have to do much convincing to get you to come with them tonight?
No, not at all. They only asked and I said, yep, I'll do it. You're only young ones, you're only big ones.
A long, cold night, all for a fleeting glimpse of their idols, Niall, Zayn, Liam, Harry or Louis. But for many fans on this tour, a life-size cardboard cutout is the next best thing to meeting the band.
This is Harry. Apparently, Harry Styles.
Perhaps the only person who could have predicted the One Direction phenomenon was Simon Cowell, who signed them up to Britain's X Factor in 2010, the ultimate music puppet master.
So we went back on stage, and Simon and Nicole and Louis were sitting there, and they said, we want to put you guys in a band. We didn't really want to let you go, so we decided to put you together. So we were, at that time we were obviously in shock.
They didn't win X Factor, but it didn't matter. The boy band's formula is already a proven success. These 5 topping the pop, with the first ever UK album to debut at #1 in the US at their very first try.
It goes back now to the Fab Four in 1964, and of course Hermits and all those ones in the British invasion.
And it's not just the UK and the US obsessed with boy bands. Australia has a long history, which rock historian Glenn A. Baker likens to a specific scientific formula for success.
Simon Cowell understood this entirely, is that, they are bright and they know how to interact with each other, they can sing.
But now the clean boy bands have overrun the darker rap music that has ruled for more than a decade.
There was a realisation that young, bright, cheery, personable, it's going to work. The things that the parents not only don't mind, but will gladly shell out the dollars to buy.
I think what's interesting is these guys were selected by Simon Cowell because they had something that he knew the girls would go for. They're a bit charismatic, they're a bit hot.
Clinical psychologist Amanda Gordon welcomes the hysteria as harmless teenage obsessions.
I think most of this is entirely healthy, that they have a superhero out there who's not going to hurt them, and they're never going to meet, who is just a fantasy. He's their Prince Charming.
While much smaller than the Beatlemania of the 1960s, there's no denying the devotion of these screaming girls to 5 young British lads. Sound familiar? Beatlemania.
When you see the mascara running and the contorted, weeping young faces and the absolute devotion, the outpouring and all that, you realise that, in essence, it's kind of the same.
While One Direction is riding the wave of success right now, many wonder how long can they last, and will their fans stay with them?
But at this peak of frenetic fervour, it's probably not going to go much beyond 18 months or 2 years. But I'm almost delighted to be proved wrong. And if they're still out there and they've grown beards and got philosophical and done a Beatles or something in that regard, and they're still around in 5 years, then all power to them.
And my ears are still ringing. That was